It's end of day two. Got mostly everything tore apart here on the 69 Fastback. I just got to take out the front windshield, which you got to cut those out. I got some piano wire. I'm going to do that in the morning. Tomorrow also I'm going to be picking up the sheet metal that's in stock for the car, front end parts, floor pan, stuff that they have in. And let's see what else. I got a parking brake cable that's on yet. And that's pretty much it for teardown. I'll do a little walk around showing everything now that we can see all the different parts of the car. Things aren't too rusty on the car compared to the videos you've seen of mine of the cars that I buy. But it's still going to get a lot of stuff replaced. Start on probably the front end, but I'll know tomorrow once I see all my parts, I have them laid out, I'll know where to begin from there. And then I got to clean out a lot of the original seam sealer from inside and underneath the car, vacuum everything out, get all the dust out of the way to avoid breathing it in later. So I'm going to vacuum it out tomorrow, back on it tomorrow morning. But let's take a look, see what we all got accomplished, and take a look around the car. Starting up front, you can see we got all the suspension off, fenders, different brackets, motor mount brackets, sway bar, everything off the front, besides that cross member. Just getting everything out of the way, everything cleaned up to where you can just start cutting. You can see some of the loose seam sealer I already pulled out of the corners, but wherever I'm going to cut, I'm going to go around tomorrow and clean up some of that seam sealer, get it out of the way. Like you can see here, this stuff just breaks off. Get that out of the way because I'm going to be doing this cowl. So I got to get all that out of my way to find all the spot welds along here the whole way around. So there's a little bit of seam sealer along the front cowl lip that will get out of the way too. Got to cut the windshield out tomorrow, and then we'll clean up the pillars there, get all the old glue out of the way from the windows. Same with the back. Got to get all that stuff out of the way because we are doing the full quarters. So all the spot welds along that lip I got to get to, so I got to get that visible. Taking a look inside, I got the steering column, everything's gone from the inside. Firewall's in good shape. Might need a little bit of toe board work, but it is getting a full floor pan. You can see that front half, and on that side there's some patches that other people have put in. So just to get rid of all that and clean everything up, make it like new again. But just seam sealer all around the car because the floor pan, where it meets the transition pan, all the spot welds in there I got to get to. So cleaning off all the seam sealer is really the start of everything, so you can find all your spot welds to begin. And you don't want to, when I'm using the plasma cutter, it just, if you're going through seam sealer with the plasma cutter even a little bit, you won't like the smell, and it's a big smoke show. It's not fun. So clean all that out first. Rear rails are going to stay. I'm going to be doing the outer wheel houses to meet the full quarters, but you can kind of see underneath here. Everything's out of the way. So the transition pan's going to stay, and you can see all the dirt and grime over the years under there. That'll get clean with my ripper wheel that I show in one of my other videos, which I'll show it again here and show really how it works on a section like that. That'll be a little bit later on, but any of that old metal that's going to stay gets cleaned up. But everything from the tail end, rear end's out. Everything's visible and pretty much ready to start cutting. Tomorrow afternoon I'll be cutting my first pieces out, whichever that may be. Like I said, once I get all the panels tomorrow, I'll be able to tell exactly where I'm going to start. that's pretty much day 2 here on this 69 Fastback. We'll be back on it tomorrow morning. I'm going to pick up the parts first thing in the morning, and then, like I said, cut out the rest of the couple pieces that I have left, the glass, vacuum everything out of that seam sealer, and then we'll start cutting on it. So pretty much tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly which panel I'm going to cut out first until I see all my pieces laying there, because it's kind of a big puzzle. There is a process to it. You can't just start cutting willy-nilly everything, because some things rely on others. So you really got to look to see what all you're working with to decide where you need to start first. So tomorrow I'll figure that out, and I'll probably already have cut out what my first step is by the time you see the next video. So stay tuned for that one, and it's going to be pretty fun here and cool to see this build come along. It's already getting somewhere compared to yesterday, so we're cruising and we're gonna get this thing done.